Hi my friends, hope you're all having a great week. This week I'm coming at you from a hotel room and it's the night before I'm racing an Ironman 70.3. That's why I'm wearing my compression gear underneath my clothes here, getting all set from that. I'm a little more chilled and zenned out, but I wanted to talk to you this week about an experience I had last week at a lecture where I was speaking live at an event called Living Extraordinary Live. And I had a picture of Gandhi, and I was talking about how Gandhi's big message was about being the change you want to see in this world. And taking that in and really trying to understand what that really means and the implications that it actually has in our lives. Being the change simply means that where you are within yourself creates a projection into this world. And that projection really creates the fabric of what I call life. It's the actual matrix of what puts life together. So our life is nothing more than a projection of our conscious state within ourselves. If we look specifically within physics, there's actually lots of research and tests, and they talk about something called the observer effect. And what we know is that the fabric of life, which is made up of atoms, actually changes dependent on the observer. So what that means is the observer will actually play an active role in the outcome of these experiments depending on where their state of awareness and where their state of mind and consciousness is. So we can actually take that idea and we can apply it into our everyday lives and say, wow, this is showing up in my life, therefore that is where I'm resonating within myself, or I have been resonating for the past days, weeks, and months. So if we're not happy with it, all we need to do is start changing that. So when I talk about being the change, which is really a quote from Gandhi, it simply means if you think about the areas of your life, think about your friends and think about if you wanted to actually lean and rest your head on a friend's shoulder, I would invite you to be that friend. Be the friend that you want to rest your shoulder on. If you think about the people you work with, whether they're your employers, your employees, or your colleagues, and you want to have great relationships and have a fun time with them, how about being the coworker or colleague or the employee or the employer that you actually want to work with? Because if you start being that person, you start utilizing the observer effect, and the people around you will pick up on that vibe and actually start to harmonize to that frequency and be more in sync with that vibe. If you think about relationships, romantic relationships specifically, I always say to people, well, why don't you be the lover that you want to spend the rest of your life with? And if you start being the lover you want to spend the rest of your life with, your partner will begin to harmonize with that, and you'll be able to create an extraordinary relationship. So the seed I want to plant this week is about thinking about your life and thinking about how you're showing up, and thinking are you showing up as you would like to be reciprocated from other people, places, and things. And that's really what being the change is. And if things are showing up that you're not pleased with and you're not happy with, it's not about using force to change those outside things. It's about stepping into your power in here, creating shifts within yourself, which will shape your focus, your mindset, your state of consciousness, and create a very different reality for you. I hope that makes sense for you. Please give it a try and experiment with it and have a wonderful week. I know I will, pushing my body and my mind in my Ironman 70.3 tomorrow, and I'm sure you'll hear about it. Have a good week, everyone.